This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19, is that I came across this article a couple of days ago. And today I have the ability or the time to do a lesson on it. I came across this article where you have the U.S. Space Force, okay, reporting how they're creating or already have augmented humans for unimaginable military strategies. And this is according to the chief scientist of the Space Force, okay? And when I was reading this article, it reminded me of Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19, because, yeah, Esau, Edom, okay, especially here in Babylon the Great, with his military, is going to come in, all right, as a flood on the Lord's chosen. But guess what? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to lift up that standard and give certain men, okay, spiritual powers, all right? And that's when you all right, space farce, you space clowns, all right, soldiers, you're going to regret you ever touched your hand, all right, on the Lord's chosen people, on the nation of Israel, all right, because you can fuse yourself with machine technology all you want. That's still not going to stop, all right, the spiritual power from whooping your ass. And that's where I'm going with this lesson. So first, let's get into what Esau's doing. All right, his pride in his pump. Okay, this is all vanity, by the way. But it's this is the Lord's movie. The Lord wants to make, all right, his movie epic, and you gotta see. All right, Esau. Oh yeah, you know, Esau on his shit. You know, through the military, they got these cyborg soldiers ready to go. So let's get it in. It says the U.S. Space Force chief scientist has said that human augmentation is imperative in order for it to maintain military dominance. Right. Dominance against who? Against Yahweh Shai, because that's another thing. They know Yahweh Shai is coming with his mighty angels, okay? As well as Yahweh Shai is going to select certain men in Babylon to be given spiritual powers. And that's according to Jeremiah chapter 51, which I'm going to get. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. In the last century, Western civilization transformed from an industrial-based society to an information-based society. But today, we're on the brink of a new age, the age of human augmentation, said Dr. Joel Moser during an event at the Air Force Research Laboratory. Right, and when you go into human augmentation, that word, I looked it up. It means human enhancement. Human enhancement can be described as the natural, artificial, or technological alteration of the human body in order to enhance physical or mental capabilities. Right. What other scripture comes to mind? RFID chip. Revelation 13 and 16. Okay. The mark of the beast. The MOB. Excuse me. Lord willing, they don't take this video down. The MOB. Okay. Because these soldiers are going to be implanted with all types of chips, this technology to enhance their body. All right, they call it human 2.0. And when you go into the word augment, it means to increase. All right, it means to be greater. They want to be greater than what they are, and that's that pride and pump from Esau Edom. That's why, hey man, the Lord's coming to drop that pride of you, Esau Edom. All right, especially the United States military with Space Force. But let's get back to your to this article. All right, and it's funny, you know, Yahoo News got this information from the Independent. You know, and this is them making their own tongue fall upon themselves. You can clearly see that. All right, this is the man of sin. This is the man. Okay, and Esau Edom is the man of sin, full of abominations. Okay, and wickedness. In our business of national defense, it's imperative that we embrace this new age, lest we fall behind our strategic competitors. And that's the excuse. They're going to say Russia and China, which is BS. Okay, you want to go against the Lord and his angels and the house of David. Okay, which is the elect. There will be unimaginable advances made over the next decade in areas including artificial intelligence that would make the military able to strategize tactics that no human could. Eventually, autonomous programs will advise commanders in real time. Dr. Moser also said. The Independent has reached out to the armed service to confirm these quotes. Right, and a good movie to watch is the Terminator movies, all right, like Starlink, okay, where Esau Edom put all his trust in his AI, okay? And that's going to be against you, because who's going to control these AIs, all right? The Lord is going to tell the angels, hey, get this artificial intelligence to malfunction against you, Esau Edom. Hey, all your trust is gonna backfire. All right, but this is good, man. Hey, this is why. Hey, man, your pride and pump have deceived you, Bucko. Continue on. Commanders and decision makers will have multiple autonomous agents at their disposal, each able to control reconnaissance, fire control, or attack. Here's the point. Human augmentation, meanwhile, will eventually develop into technologies including augmented and virtual reality, as well as nerve stimulation to better stimulate physical sensation. Right, that's talking about, okay, fusing man with machine, cyborg. You could put an individual into a state of flow where learning is optimized and retention is maximized, Dr. Moser said. All right, which he's a falsifier. Doctor means to doctor, which means to falsify, and he is a falsifier. This individual could be shaped into somebody with very high performing potential. The UK also with the US has also predicted that future warfare will be conducted by hybrid of robotic and human activities. And best believe they already have this technology available. This is just revealing. It also examined the possibility of human enhancement, including gene editing, physical and cognitive prosthesis, and pharmaceutical enhancement. Okay, and that's why, you know, Esau, he's a witch. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, which could offer profound expansion of the boundaries of human performance and the application of these technologies and integration of human and machine on the battlefield, present opportunities to enhance military capability. Right, and that's why we're going to need spiritual powers, because Esau is going to, the Lord's got to make this movie, okay, his movie interesting. Esau's going to have these cyborgs, man, these machines fused with human, these augmented, as he call it, humans. And that's why the Lord's going to lift up a standard, put spiritual power on his men. So let me get one more article just to back this one. That's why, hey, we here at Great Millstone, we prove all things, okay? And that's why we have the truth, because none of these other camps outside of Great Millstone, or those that follow the doctrine of Great Millstone, are bringing this out. This is from the Metro. U.S. Space Force scientist says military human augmentation is necessary in the next decade, and we don't got a decade, all right? the Lord's coming sooner than you think. All right, they have this technology. It's about to, things are about to get live in Babylon the Great. But I want to bring this out because right here they said, moving on to human augmentation, he suggested augmentation technology could eventually produce a superhuman workforce. That's that human 2.0. That's that human augmentation. That's that man fusing machine. Okay? And right here, it says, the U.S. government has a long history of human experimentation for potential military applications. In the 1960s, the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, ran a covert program named MK Ultra, which sought to test the effects of drugs, torture, and esoteric psychological techniques on human subjects. Right, a good movie to watch is The Manchurian Candidate, okay? Where Denzel Washington and his soldiers, okay, were given shock therapy, okay, given all sorts of drugs, all right, so that they became literally, okay, human robots, all right. They also implanted them with RFID chips, okay. One of Shaw, who was running for Congress, he was put a chip in his brain, okay, and then they had specific codes, specific wording to turn him into a killing machine. So the CIA's been doing this. And see, the thing is that you stupid fucking Americans, you watch these movies and you think this shit is a joke. You think this shit is sci-fi. No, your government is doing this, all right? And your pride and your pump, you know, you think that you know it all. You don't know fucking shit. That's why the average American's a fucking moron. All right, you're sheep. And that's why, you know, when I see you fucking people on social media, man, all right, I be like, man, how about Shimi Awashai? Put y'all motherfuckers to death. Anyway, continue on. However, the Pentagon Research Department, the DARPA, low women will take this down, but you know, hey, sometimes, man, you gotta get rude in speech because we're living in 2021, the year of hastening on to the coming day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And y'all motherfuckers don't know what your government is doing? And if you do, are you concerned about it or not? And then our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that dwell here in Babylon the Great, okay, which, all right, you're a target. Esau's coming in as a flood, okay? What are you doing? Majority of you, partying and bullshitting. Anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent. But yeah, however, the Pentagon's Research Department, DARPA, has undertaken projects that look at human augmentation such as skin implant. Who's talking about the RFID chip? Who is talking about the MOB? We here at Great Millstone, those that follow the doctrine, okay, of Great Millstone through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that can detect pathogens and neural mesh to link the human brain and computers, right? Augmentation humans 2.0, okay? Cyborg to enhance the current human to a superhuman. This is why we're going to need Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to give us spiritual. Let me get back. Gotta do your numbers, Slakia. Let me get back to it. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's Neuralink attempts to make a commercial brain computer interface. The biotech company recently revealed it has successfully allowed a monkey to play Pong with its mind using one of their proprietary chips, though critics pointed out that this had already been done decades earlier. Right, because the military has and the CIA has been doing this for a long time. Okay, a long time. Okay, now they're just commercializing this because now they got to sell it to the average person to get a chip. So you can be better. You can buy and sell. You can be better in the brain. Okay, oh, your medical records can be on there. So this is where everything's going. But guess what? The point is to this lesson, all right, the Lord's going to lift up a standard for his men to have spiritual powers and overtake you wicked Edomites and your human augmentation technology, because you ain't gonna. Hey, the Lord's coming, and he's gonna make sure that his men are not overtaken by your technology. So let's start with Jeremiah 51 and 17. And by the way, Jeremiah 51, this is talking about in Babylon, all right? In Babylon the Great. So yes, there are going to be certain men in Babylon that are going to be given spiritual powers. So let's start at 17. This is to you Edomites and to you heathens. And you know what? To you 2/3 that trust in Esau's technology. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in him. Right? Okay, these clowns believe in false gods. All right, and that these false gods come with a vibration, a philosophy. 18. They are vanity, the work of errors. Right? They are vanity and the work of errors. Right? You push believing in your technology and your AI. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Esau has an AI demigod that they worship. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised. It's all vanity though. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. Right? Because the Lord is going to visit you. All right? As well as his angels. And he's going to use his mighty man too to visit y'all. 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them. For he is the form of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Right? So you have the Israelites dwelling here in Babylon the Great. Okay, vocab, and certain, and the elect, okay, the Lord is going to receive and give them their spiritual power. 20, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So when did that happen? When did the Lord do that? Vocab, and all you so-called Christians, okay, and the Space Force, get ready, man. Get ready. 21. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. 22. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Basically, the Lord said anyone can get it, man. And he's going to use his mighty men, all right, to judge. All right. 23. And I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. Right? So your military is going to be broken down. Okay? You're going to be taken. Babylon the Great. And the Lord's going to use his mighty men, all right, to take down a lot of your cyborg soldiers. Spiritual power is coming. Spiritual power. And hey, Lord willing, this that'll be the title. If I remember, all right, spiritual power will be on certain men in Babylon. 24. And I will render unto thee Babylon and to all the inhabitants of the Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Right. So, hey, this is judgment from Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai because of all your evil works. And he's going to use his men, all right, as well to judge you. 25, behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. This is talk about Babylon the Great. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rock, and make thee a burnt mountain. Right, because ultimately the destruction is coming with nuclear fire. All right? But prior to the nukes coming, when you come in as a flood, Esau, you touch the men of the Lord, hey, the Lord's going to lift up that standard, and certain men are going to be given spiritual powers, and that's your ass, bucko. Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. Right. So, we shouldn't fear, brothers. Okay. As well as the sisters. But who's going to be given spiritual power? Okay, the men. All right. And ye men of Israel. There you go. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Right. The Lord's going to help out his people. His chosen. And that's the elect, because you 2/3, once again, you're not going to want to repent. You're not going to want to seek the Lord. You're going to stay on Esau. All right. And some of you're going to have certain 2/3 Jake that are going to be, okay, taking the chip and getting enhancements. All right. Believing in Esau's technology. And you're going to get fucked up. 15. Why? Right here. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having a teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, right, meaning your governments, and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Right. So, hey, watch. When you watch these DC movies or these Marvel movies, okay, on the big screen, Okay, or if you watch anime, like for me, I like Dragon Ball Z. Best believe, man, superhuman strength that the Lord is going to give to his elect. Okay? With Dragon Ball Z, man, you're going to see certain brothers hit you with a spirit bomb. Esau Edom, okay? And your military. And your cyber augmented humans ain't got shit on that. Yeah, we talking that shit, okay? Because the Bible trumps your bullshit ass thought process. Okay? These are the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We just waiting. We just waiting. Okay? But you touch the prophets, what's what happens, man? This is a promise. Let's get another one. Wisdom of Solomon. Hey, I'm excited, man. When you read these articles, you gotta be excited. Lord's, all right, he's building up his movie, man. The Lord is the director, man. All right, he brings in drama, suspense, action. Oh, and he's bringing that horror. Best believe. Mikey, Jason Voorhees, fucking Candyman. Who the fuck else? Freddy ain't got shit on Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai when it comes to bringing true horror, true carnage. Okay. Okay. Oh, Mortal Kombat. That new movie. You know, it was rated R. With their fatalities, ain't got shit, man. Even though those fatalities were pretty cool, man. All right, I want to do what Jax did, you know, with your hands, just with your bare hands, crush your skull. Hey, that's hey. Hey, let me get back to the scriptures. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4. I'll start at 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Right. You know, right now, you know, people looking at us like, okay, that what we're going through, we're just being punished by men, whether, you know, we're being ridiculed or being given, what's it called? You know, having individuals call the cops on us. Some of us, you know, got arrested or, you know, but guess what? We have immortality. All right, 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. Right, and we are being a little chastised here. You know, with you, dealing with you fucking clowns here in Babylon the Great, wherever we're at. You know, dealing with your, in this flesh, dealing with, okay, with the, with these idiots, man, having to constantly, hold back our tongue, and even just refraining, you know, from really just doing what, bringing out real judgment, you know, and that's a little chastisement. And then of course going through our bullshit chastisement, you know, within our mind. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For our power proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right, because hey, this is the battle right now. Right now, this is spiritual battle. Right now, we're just waiting, you know. Right now, you heathens or you 2/3 think you got the world figured out. You think everything is great. But hey, the Lord's, all right, about to change that. 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. 7. In the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Right, we're going to be given spiritual powers. The Lord will not part of it. And right, that's the hope I believe in. Okay, 8. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. Right, they shall judge the nations. How are they going to judge the nations? Because they got spiritual power to do so. Okay? And have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. And who are the saints? The Israelites. And he hath care for his elect. Right, there you go. Zechariah 9, verse 13. When I've bent Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim. Right, the northern and southern kingdom coming back together. You see it. The house of David being brought back together. All right. The breaches are coming back. Okay. When I've bent Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. 14. And the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrows shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord power shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Right. So, hey, man, the Lord's coming with that judgment. And look at this. I want to show you this. Check this out. Deliverance of Judah and Ephraim. All right. This is in the blue letter. And last one, Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the Son of Man. And there you go, man. That's that spiritual power. Okay, Jacob's going to be in the midst of many people. Let's talk about the heathens. And, okay, hey, you Jakes that want to think like a Gentile and act like a heathen, hey, it's the judgment's coming upon you too. All right? Hey, and the remnant of Jacob, notice it said the remnant, because not all Israel is going to be saved. Shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Right? That's the spiritual power again. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. All right? When you Edomites, you heathens, all right, you come in as a flood and touch the elect of the Lord, okay, especially you Edomites here in Babylon, hey, the Lord got something. He's going to use us. He's going to use us as a threshing instrument and break you. 9. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. Right? So vocab, okay, and Christianism. How do you explain that verse? The children of Israel, all right, the remnant of Jacob have an enemy. And the enemy is you. And the Lord's going to use us as a threshing instrument to crush you clowns. And it's going to happen. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So, to regurgitate, repeat, to reiterate, once again, the American military space farce is creating augmented humans, cyborg humans, to come against the Lord, all right, the angels and his chosen, all right. But the Lord's gonna lift up that standard, okay, and he's gonna give his mighty men spiritual powers, and Space Force is gonna get crushed, whether it be in the heavens or here on the battlefield, okay, on land. You best believe, man, there are certain men in Babylon the Great that will be given spiritual powers. And there's no technology that's going to prevent them from crushing you, all right, and taking you out of power, Esau, Edom. No technology is going to prevent them, all right? And Lord willing, I'm part of it, man. Lord willing, I get them spiritual powers. Lord willing, I can Magneto some of y'all motherfuckers, man. But with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, B'kah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it doing. Keep the faith as you can see. We're almost out of here. Esau turning up. All right, we got to turn up spiritually and wait upon the Lord, because he going to give certain of us spiritual powers. All right, you got to believe that, man. You got to believe that. All right, we're here. Let's get it. And for the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom.